Sebeyo, Sebeyo, na hose, brandeche. Sebeyo, Sebeyo, na hose, brandeche. Please, shall we take our seats? Let's give them a big round of applause. Ghana, Nipa. Oh, let's keep clapping for them. I am still recovering from the goosebumps these melodies bring us. By way of announcement, the choir mistress has just whispered to me that they are in need of male choristers. So I'm sure when the song Yana Assassini was going on, you could hear some bass line behind the scenes. I was the one. If the CEO agrees, I would probably come and join your choir. And I'm also proud to inform you that every year the National Blood Service has night lessons and carols in December. And this choir from the donor care department have been the everlasting reigning champions. So by default, they are the NBS choir until probably they are dethroned in the future. But until then, thank you very much. Please let's do it better for them one more time. You see, the health professional, whether doctor, nurse, phlebotomist, lab scientist, is a different species of Homo sapien. Why do I say so? These are health professionals who still exhibit their talent, God-given talent, to sing. So I challenge you this morning. If you have any talent you are not unearthing, oh, look at your neighbor's face. Say, neighbor. Oh, look at neighbor. Say, neighbor. Unearth your talent. My name is Dr. Nana Kofi Edu Afari. The picture you just saw is actually my younger self when I was a finer gentleman. I'll be your MC for this morning. Without much ado, I would like to introduce some special dignitaries in no particular order in our midst. We have with us the country rep for the WHO, Dr. Fiona Braka, with us. Please, let's give her a big round of applause. Also with us is the board chair, a gentleman I have known from a distance, and today I get to meet him in person. Sir, please, I'll take a picture with you. In fact, a gentleman by all standards. Today he's joined us in his beautiful t-shirt. Our board chair, Dr. Emmanuel Morris Ankra. Please, let's give it up for him. The board chair of the National Blood Service. If you care to know, he's also a senior counsel, a barrister for that matter. Again with us is the mother of the house, our honorable host for this morning, Dr. Shirley Owusu-Ofori, the CEO of the National Blood Service. Kindly forgive me, the job of an MC comes with a lot of papers, so kindly indulge me. Representing the Minister of Health, who also represents the President of the Republic of Ghana, is the Director of Allied Health at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Ignatius Abowini Awinibono. Indeed, there's one introduction I will defer until further notice because my pay grade does not qualify me to introduce this wonderful person in our midst. So at the right time, the prepared messenger would introduce this personality for us. Also in our midst, we have Reverend Father Albert Amonzin of St. Luke, Kolebu. Father, if you are here with us. I saw him this morning. Okay, he says he's busily praying for us. He'll join us very soon. We also have Reverend Father Michael Owusu Amponsa. Father, you are welcome. And for the Catholics among us who have not attended confession, Father would see you after here. Please do well to see Father for your confessions. We have Dr. Farida Edusei Wilson from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission. Also, we have these corporate organizations with us. Twelium Industries, all rest from Twelium Industries. Please, can we have you upstanding? Oh, thank you very much for coming. Melcom Group. Everybody here will get a small tabletop fridge participating from Melcom Group. Again, we have Ghana TVET service. TVET, one of our formidable stakeholders. Thank you for joining us. MTN, everywhere you go, they are still on their way. Okay, I understand the network is not networking, so they'll join us very, very soon. I would update the list as we go on. If you are here and you are on Facebook, kindly pick up your phones. Please pick up your phones right away. Pick up your phones. Let's do this quickly. Pick up your phones. Go to Facebook. Of course, make sure your data is on. Are we there? Are you on Facebook? Who is not on Facebook? So that we digitally deliver you. And type in your search button, National Blood Service. National Blood Service. Have you found it? Have you found it? National Blood Service? Oh, I need a response from the house. Have you found it? Good. First of all, follow them. If you are not following, follow. If you are following, follow again. Then scroll down to the posts. Scroll down to the posts. First of all, you would see that there's a one drop of humanity. Give blood, save lives. It's today. It's today. Like it. Like it now. Have you liked it? Let me see a thumbs up if you've liked it. Please like our page. We need it. Thank you. Go to the comment section. Comments. Yes, by force. Go to the comment section. Type in one drop of humanity. One drop of humanity. And then, of course, share your comment. Post your comment. One drop of humanity. If you want to add any other thing, please feel free. And last but not the least, have you finished typing? Fantastic. Once you are done with that, then share. That's the last activity. Share. Yes, the thumbs up have started coming in. Share the link. This is not Alpha Hour. This is Blood Hour. Share the link. Share the link. You can share it on your WhatsApp status. You can share it on your Facebook page. Share it with a friend to join in now. Are we good to go? Let me see by thumbs up if you've done all three. Thumbs up. Yes. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. Give yourself a big round of applause. This one is for you, it's not for me. Thank you very much. This year's celebration is under the theme, One Drop of Humanity, Give Blood, Save Lives. So when we say one drop of humanity, we respond. Somebody say give life, save blood. No. It's give blood, save lives. Give blood, save lives. Let's take it again. One drop of humanity. For the last time, one drop of humanity. And on that note, I would like to welcome to the podium the CEO of the National Blood Service, Dr. Shirley Owusu-Ofori, to give us some welcome remarks. Please, let's give it up for her. we've gone back to 1 star. Let's give up for our CEO.
Thank you very much, Nana. The Honorable Minister of Health, Honorable Kwabena Mintah Akando, represented today by Dr. Ignatius Awinubuno, Director Allied Health of the Ministry of Health, Chairman and members of the National Blood Service Governing Board, Country Representative of the World Health Organization, Dr. Fiona Braka, representatives of sister agencies of the Ministry of Health, reps of development and health partner institutions, management of the National Blood Service, reps of corporate organizations and faith-based institutions, esteemed health professionals, voluntary blood donors, members of the media, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And a warm welcome to Ghana's commemoration of the World Blood Donor Day 2026. This morning we convene under the pivotal theme, One Drop of Humanity, Give Blood, Save Lives. In this single drop of blood, we encapsulate the essence of our shared humanity, our compassion, resilience, and collective obligation to safeguard life. Blood donation transcends a simple medical procedure. It represents a profound act of altruism, connecting a healthy donor in Tamale with a mother in labor in Savelugu, a child suffering from anemia in Konongo with a young voluntary donor in Kumasi Girls SHS, and several sickle cell warriors across the country with the hope of continued life. To our voluntary and paid donors, you are the unsung heroes of our healthcare system. Your contributions are made selflessly, without any expectation of recognition or personal gain, and often without the knowledge of the lives you impact. Yet your influence resonates throughout maternity wards, surgical theaters, oncology units, and within communities facing crisis. Each unit of blood you donate has the potential to save up to 3 lives. Furthermore, your plasma donations are instrumental in the production of critical therapeutic products, very essential for hemophilia, infectious diseases, immune deficiencies, and various malignancies. On behalf of every Ghanaian whose life you have touched, we extend our heartfelt gratitude. To our institutional partners, teaching hospitals, regional and district health facilities, universities, senior high schools, faith-based organizations, security services, and corporate Ghana, your support has been invaluable. You have opened your doors, mobilized your members, and dedicated your platforms to this noble cause. Thanks to your commitments, blood donation is increasingly becoming recognized or being recognized as both a civic responsibility and a public good. Your efforts are helping to foster a culture where regular voluntary donations become a lasting national habit rather than merely an emergency response. To our esteemed stakeholders and development partners, including the Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Service, National Health Insurance Authority, the Food and Drugs Authority, allied agencies, civil society organizations, and the private sector, we extend our sincere gratitude for your strategic investments in crucial areas such as donor recruitment, advanced testing, and robust quality assurance systems. These initiatives are instrumental in transforming Ghana's blood service into a model of safety, equity, and resilience. We recognize that safe blood is an essential component of the health infrastructure underpinning maternal health care, child survival, trauma management, and the treatment of complex non-communicable diseases. Indeed, access to safe blood and blood products is a critical component of resilient health systems and progress towards the universal health coverage. Your continued commitment helps ensure that all Ghanaians have timely access to safe, life-saving blood transfusions, free from the challenges posed by shortages and safety concerns. To the World Health Organization, we express our sincere appreciation for your steadfast technical guidance, your policy leadership, and global advocacy efforts. Your support for national blood programs and initiatives, such as this year's initiative of Drop Your Drop. This year's initiative of Drop Your Drop campaign reinforces a vital principle that blood safety is integral to global health security. By encouraging every citizen to pledge your support and take action. So the Drop Your Drop initiative is one being led by the World Health Organization, and all countries are aligning with it. With this initiative, we are encouraging citizens to pledge their support and take action. The WHO underscores the fact that resilient health systems are constructed through the collective efforts of individuals, communities, and nations. This message resonates profoundly with the theme of the World Health Day 2026, which is Together for Health, Stand with Science. As a blood service, we are working on improving access, safety, and availability of blood and blood products. We take pride in the progress we have made. However, we remain acutely aware of the challenges that lie ahead as the demand for blood and plasma-derived products continues to rise. Ghana has made measurable progress. Our blood collection index has grown from 5.7 to 6.6 over the past 5 years. Yet, much more remains to be done to meet the transfusion needs of our population. We still face significant challenges relating to supply, access, and safety of blood. The persistent barriers include too few regular voluntary donors, limited infrastructure in various sites across the country, and misinformation or cultural beliefs that discourage donation continue to undermine our progress, as does the continued reliance on family donors, which affects both availability and safety. As a country, we must accelerate our efforts towards achieving 100% voluntary and paid donations. We must enhance the capabilities of regional blood centers. We must invest in innovation. Last but not the least, we must cultivate a new generation of donors who understand this act as an integral part of active citizenship. Today's celebration, which includes a number of donor recognition ceremonies across the country, media campaigns, across the week, over the week, and the Drop Your Drop initiative that seeks to invite all people to be part of the collective act of saving lives, is an expression of gratitude and also an expression calling all of us to action. Through this interactive web platform, accessible via the QR code, every Ghanaian can pledge to give blood and transform that pledge into meaningful action by donating at a nearby donation center. Symbolically, it will contribute to a growing global movement. Each donation will contribute to our collective goal of ensuring that no life is lost due to a shortage of blood. I extend an invitation to you all to give your drop, give blood, save lives. Let us depart from this gathering with a renewed unity, deeper compassion, and an unwavering commitment to building a Ghana where safe blood is available, accessible, and equitable to every person, whoever needs it, whenever he or she may need it. Thank you for coming today, and let us continue to honor and appreciate our donors and our nation. Let us continue to appreciate those who have dedicated of themselves to the noble cause of saving lives. I welcome you all once again to today's ceremony, and I say Ayiko to all donors across the globe, and especially to donors in our motherland, Ghana. Thank you.
Please, let's keep on giving up to her. Thank you so much. Indeed, blood donation is gradually becoming a national assignment rather than an emergency procedure. As we are beautifully and handsomely dressed here, I'd like to remind us that there is a mother in the heart of the village who is on the maternity bed. There's a child in the hinterlands who probably needs a drop from you. There is an RTA victim who probably is undergoing an orthopedic procedure in theater who needs your blood. And as our CEO would call them, there's probably a sickle cell patient who needs your transfusion to survive. At this juncture, solemnly look at your neighbor's face. Look at your neighbor. I'm not your neighbor. Look at neighbor. And say, neighbor, drop your drop. Neighbor didn't hear. Say it again. Neighbor, drop your drop. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the presence of Lieutenant Colonel Oko Bansa Ejekum, who is a board member of the National Blood Service and also works with the 37 Military Hospital. Sir, permission to carry on. Thank you, sir. We have with us Mr. Bright Emisanyako, who is also a board member of the National Blood Service. Sir, you are welcome. Also the director of the School Health Program, Madam Theresa Opon Mensah. You know, when it comes to blood issue, it's not just health. Ministry of Education is there. Ministry of Defense is there. Ministry of Local Government is there. I think Ministry of Finance is there. Very, very important. Last but not the least, we have Mrs. Adese Akutia, the President of the National Blood Donors Association of Ghana. Please, let's welcome, Mommy. You are all most welcome. If you quite remember, we deferred introducing one very special person amongst us to help us steer the affairs this morning. All the beginning was welcome introduction. Now we are coming to the real deal. And to him honor is due, to whom I am not fit to introduce. Dr. Chris Agbili of the National Blood Service would help us introduce this special person amongst us. Doc, you are welcome. This is a very well-built doctor. These are the doctors you don't want to annoy. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. The Honorable Representative of the Minister of Health, the Board Chair and Board Members, Country Rep for the WHO, reps of institutions gathered here, the Chief Executive of the National Blood Service, members of management, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure and honor to introduce for today's event, Professor Catherine Segbefia. Professor Segbefia is a distinguished pediatric hematologist and oncologist who graduated from the School of Medical Sciences, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. She completed her residency training in pediatrics at the Kofu Teaching Hospital and subsequently obtained fellowship in pediatric hematology and oncology with subspecialty certification in pediatric hemoglobinopathies, hemostasis and thrombosis. So she obtained a fellowship in pediatric hematology and oncology with subspecialty certification in pediatric hemoglobinopathies, hemostasis and thrombosis from the Hospital for Sick Children and the University of Toronto. She is a fellow of the West African College of Physicians and fellow and faculty board member of the Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons. Professor Segbefia currently serves as the head of Child Health Department at the University of Ghana and the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. She leads the pediatric hematology and sickle cell clinics, serves as executive lead of the newborn screening program for sickle cell disease at Kolebu Teaching Hospital, and is the Ghana National Coordinator for the American Society of Hematology Consortium on Newborn Screening in Africa. A respected clinician, researcher, educator, and leader, Professor Segbefia has led several clinical trials and research studies in sickle cell disease and has made significant contributions to improving the care of children with blood disorders and cancers in Ghana and beyond. Her outstanding work has been recognized internationally through the prestigious Stanford African Scholars in Global Health Award. We are indeed privileged to have such an accomplished professional and passionate advocate for child health and hematology to chair our proceedings for today. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming Professor Catherine Segbefia as our chairperson. Thank you.
Good morning, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Please permit me to proceed on the protocols that have already been established. Thank you so much for having me here today at the commemoration of the 2026 World Blood Donor Day. I like telling stories, And so I'm going to start with a story. I met Kofi, patient of mine, when he was 2 years old. He had been referred to our emergency room in Kolibu because he had had a persistent fever for over a month. He had stopped eating, and he was a very pale shadow of his usual boisterous self. Within days, we had diagnosed Kofi with leukemia. Leukemia is the commonest type of cancer in children. Now, as you can imagine, his parents were devastated by the news as they contemplated the very difficult road ahead. Tests, more tests, treatment, more treatment, lots of money being spent, lots of hospital visits, and the uncertainty of what outcome was at the end of the road. Now, throughout Kofi's treatment journey, he required multiple blood transfusions, especially within the first few months of his diagnosis. And blood products actually became the most valuable resource in that journey. It was a journey that had been defined by people that Kofi would never meet, people whose names he would never know, but people who gave him a piece of themselves, something that no factory, no shop, no market, no lab could manufacture, could sell, or could produce. And today, Kofi is alive because people chose to care. Every year on June 14th, the world comes together to celebrate people whose generosity saves lives. And as has been shared, this year's theme really captures that essence perfectly, because it represents a person who chooses to help another without expecting anything else in return. As our Honorable MC mentioned, think about not just Kofi, but the mothers who are in labor, who are bleeding during childbirth. Think about the accident victim who is bleeding on the road or in the accident and emergency or trauma unit. Think about the patients who have to undergo surgery. Think about the people who have life-threatening conditions where blood really is the difference between life and death. And we know that safe blood can only come from people who are willing to donate. And not just donate, but donate regularly and voluntarily. Now, because many countries continue to face shortages in blood supply, and because there are challenges in ensuring that there's equitable access to the blood that's available, we do need to continue to sustain public awareness. We need our national blood programs to be stronger, and it's heartwarming to hear that things are really getting better. It's important that we invest in blood systems, and above all, we really need everyone to participate as a community. I really like this year's Drop Your Drop initiative. I like it because it represents something small. I'm a pediatrician. All of the patients I treat are small. And there's always the tendency to discount things that are small. But the truth is that every little drop, every little bit counts. And so, on behalf of the organizers, I want to say that we are so grateful to all of the voluntary blood donors whose generosity have saved lives, like Kofi's, have restored hope, and have given people and families more time with the people that they love. We acknowledge the dedicated healthcare professionals, the blood service staff, partners, advocates, organizations, people whose work strengthens blood donation and transfusion services. It's important that we all renew our commitment to promoting voluntary unpaid blood donation. And as the CEO said, This needs to be a part of our culture where giving blood is really a routine and regular act. Because somewhere today, another child like Kofi is waiting. And because of a blood donor, that child will have the chance to grow up, to dream, to live, and to achieve their full potential. Thank you again for inviting me to chair this ceremony, and I wish us all a successful celebration. Thank you.
Oh, this clap is level 1. Let's give her a level 5 round of applause. So at this juncture, I'm only steering the affairs on behalf of the chairperson. Prof, thank you very much. In fact, Prof said something that sent me back to medical school days. As a young house officer with my team of friends, walking from the polyclinic of Konfanochi Teaching Hospital towards the main hospital, I heard a voice behind me shouting, "Small, small." You know how we call small boys? Hey, small, bruh. Say, small, come. We're all looking around to see whether we'll find any small boy around. There was this man, elderly man in a wheelchair, pointing around. Small, whoa, whoa, you, come, come. I was lost. So I looked among my colleagues, and coincidentally, they were all taller than I was. So by elimination, rough tactics, I realized I was the small. So I started walking towards him. When I got closer, a nurse came in and said, Papa, she spoke Chi. He said, Papa, now doctor na wo friend no small no. The man was like, why, way, akra way. Jikoton so bre me. In fact, I gladly accepted, went to buy the water from him. I thought this was in final year. I think, yeah, clinical senior clerkship. And when I gave the water to him in his wheelchair, he looked at my face and said, "Oh, yeah, doctor." I said, "Not yet. Akakakra." He said, "Enche, unyinia over doctor." I mean, who would have thought such a beautiful, young-looking woman of virtue would be a professor of pediatrics? You know why she's looking so young and beautiful? It's the heart. You must have a heart for children. And that's what she has. Prof, God bless you. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for our chairperson. We'll take a message from one of our guests who I will introduce shortly. Please forgive me. Like I said, the MC's role has a lot of papers involved, and you make sure you do not mess them up. Fantastic. So to join us on the podium to give some fraternity messages, a message actually, is one of our own whom I saw online a couple of days ago. I waved at her severally. She couldn't respond at the Health Summit organized at the Kempinski Hotel the last 2 days. She's been an advocate for health over the last 2 decades with a lot of experience in disease prevention and control, public health, and emergency management, and has been a strategic leader and coordinator of health services and systems. Prior to her appointment to the WHO, she served in various capacities at both national and international level with the World Health Organization in Nigeria, Ethiopia, Uganda. Oh, I didn't see South Africa. She most recently served as the coordinator of emergency response operations at the World Health Organization Regional Office for Africa, Afro, based in Brazzaville, Congo, for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, help me welcome to the podium Dr. Fiona Braka, the WHO country representative for Ghana. Please, let's give it up for her even as she comes.
chairperson for today, a representative of the Honorable Minister of Health, Director Allied Health, the CEO, National Blood Service, members of the board, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to join you again this year as we commemorate World Blood Donor Day 2026 under the theme One Drop of Humanity, Give Blood, Save Lives. Blood donation is not just a medical act. It's an act of kindness. It's one person choosing to help another without expecting anything in return, reflecting the essence of our common humanity, solidarity, compassion, and care for one another. Every day, people depend on blood to survive. A mother experiencing complications during childbirth, a child battling severe anemia, a patient undergoing surgery. For them, access to blood is the difference between life and death. Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, millions of units of blood are donated, are collected each year, and yet the need continues to grow. One donation can save up to 3 lives, and that means each donor here today can actually not just help one person, but potentially save entire families from loss. On this day, I join you to pause and to think indeed about a young mother who walks out of the hospital holding her baby because blood was available in time. I join you to think about a child living with sickle cell disease who receives regular blood transfusions and is able to go to school, to play, and dream about the future. I join you to think about a young person who donates blood for the first time, perhaps encouraged by friends, and later learns that that simple decision actually saved a life. These moments often change them. Many become regular donors because they realize the power they hold to make a difference. These are not just distant stories. They are happening every day in our hospitals and our communities. As we gather today, we must confront our realities with practical clarity. In 2005, the National Blood Service here in Ghana collected 204,000 units of blood. While this represents rigorous efforts to ensure that blood is available, and while it represents the efforts of our health care personnel and one of the service's strongest performance in recent years, it falls short of the World Health Organization's recommended annual requirement of 308,000 units for the nation, representing donations from 1% of the total population. This shortfall introduces severe vulnerability into clinical operations. Ghana's current blood collection index stands at 6.6 donations per 1,000 people, an improvement from the previous year of 2024, but again still falling short of WHO's benchmark of 10 donations per 1,000 required to guarantee basic national sufficiency. This year's campaign invites us, each of us, to take a part to pledge, to donate, and to encourage others to do the same. Small individual collections or actions can collectively create a powerful movement that saves lives. We encourage policymakers and development partners to prioritize and invest in a safe, equitable national blood system and consider blood donation not as a peripheral issue but as a core health security priority. To health professionals, we commend your resilience in managing these deficits on the front line. Your clinical stewardship ensures that every precious unit collected is utilized with maximum efficiency. And so we want to encourage you to continue to strengthen systems, innovation, and service delivery. We also encourage communities to support and celebrate blood donors and encourage others to join. Every eligible individual is encouraged to give blood regularly and to become part of this life-saving movement. On behalf of the World Health Organization, I thank all the blood donors for your generosity and commitment and remind you that you possess the unique power to give patients a second chance at life. We are committed, we'll continue to remain committed to supporting efforts to ensure that safe blood is available to everyone that needs it. One donation at a time, one simple act of humanity, one drop of humanity can save a life. Thank you very much.
Let's do it again for Dr. Fiona Braka. Indeed, from what she shared, blood donation is a core security priority. Yes, the Kaswa Road needs to be fixed. The Kumasi Accra Road needs to be fixed. When it comes to blood donation, nothing compares. Still in the spirit of solidarity, we'll take some more messages from the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission. Please let's welcome to the podium a rep from
Assalamu alaikum. All protocol duly observed. I bring you the peaceful salutation of Islam, which means peace be on you, from the Amir and missionary in charge, Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission. As my bosses have already given some stories, a little bit on how the Ahmadiyya blood drive started. This was a resident, OBGYN, on the ward at the maternity unit, managing cases with all the medical skills, taking patients to theater, operating, and realizing that being a surgeon is not enough. I needed to get into the field of blood, because why would I come on a 24-hour shift, work tirelessly without sitting down, and at the end of my shift, still lose patients because I didn't get blood for them. Not just blood, you have a preeclamptic and you need FFP, fresh frozen plasma for them, and it is not available in the facility. And this is how the Ahmadiyya blood drive started. I pitched this idea to the Amir missionary in charge, that is the overall head, and he graciously agreed and even made videos for me to start this campaign from the year 2013. And the National Blood Service Ghana will bear me witness that it has gone a long way. And this is to say that let us look into our communities. I just took advantage of our annual convention, attended by tens of thousands every year, and said that if even 30,000 people come for this annual convention and I get 10%, that is 3,000 units of blood. And I think my highest was 2,880 before COVID. COVID came, and then we had to stop conventions. And then afterwards, I think this year we did 1,800 and something in January. And this we do as a team. I have a team. Every year we do our best. We are hoping to get back to our pre-COVID era, where we're able to donate over 2,000 units of blood. In Islam, preserving human life is one of the highest noble deeds, and this is stated in the Holy Quran, chapter 5, verse 32. And it says that whoso gave life to one, it shall be as if he had given life to all of mankind. The Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission Ghana stands in solidarity with lifesavers in our country. Sharing your blood is a beautiful act of sadaqah, which means charity, that transcends boundaries and unites us in humanity. By donating blood, you are practicing ultimate compassion and giving someone a chance at life. And the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the best of people are those who are most beneficial to other people. From the Amir and missionary in charge, that is the head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission Ghana, we say, Jazakallah Ahsan al Jaza, which means that may Almighty Allah bless them and replenish the source where they donate from. To all the donors and to all the organizations, as well as the National Blood Service Ghana, who tirelessly encourage others to continue to donate. I will end this message with saying that let us look into our community. The drop your drop. It's something that should start in our communities. Wherever you belong, look at what is around you. Take advantage of the situation. I know a lot of churches do convention. I worked for a long time at the Pentecost Hospital, Medina, and I have virtually visited all the area heads because of our annual medical team moving around their pastors. And I know that they have lots of conventions. There are lots of churches who have conventions. It doesn't matter if you are a head or not. Pitch this idea to the head, the apostles, the area heads, and I know that we can all, as faith-based organizations, continue to replenish the stocks of the National Blood Service Ghana and major hospitals. Currently, we are doing 7 hospitals: Ridge Hospital, National Blood Service, which is not a hospital, Cape Coast Teaching Hospital. We have done the Eastern Regional Hospital before. We do Swedro Municipal, Trauma, Winneba, a lot of these hospitals where they need the blood services. Look into your community and be part of Drop Your Drop. Thank you very much. Jazakallah.
And on that note, we say, Walaikum Salam. Thank you very much, Haja, for those kind words. He who gives life to a person does not only give life to a person, but to a whole generation. I invite Malcolm Ghana to share their solidarity message with us. Please let's give them a round of applause. The person with the biggest club gets a deep freezer.
Don't worry, you can even get a car. Do you know that? Yes, it's the World Cup fever, so with just 800 Ghana cedis, you can win a car and television, deep freezers as well. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media and distinguished guests. It is an honor to stand before you today as we commemorate World Blood Donor Day, which is under the theme, One Drop of Humanity, Give Blood, Save Lives. As many of you know, Malcolm stands proud as the largest retail entity in Ghana, serving our communities through a network of over 80 outlets dedicated to providing quality goods and services. But our impact goes far beyond retail. We are deeply rooted in the growth of this nation, proudly providing direct jobs to approximately 6,000 Ghanaians. And beyond commerce, we believe we have a sacred duty to give back. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we actively invest in health, which is one of the 2 areas we support. So to formalize this commitment, we established the Malcolm Care Foundation in 2013 as the philanthropic arm of the Malcolm Group of companies. Our mission was simple yet profound: to support Ghanaian communities nationwide and foster a true sense of belonging in every area where we operate. It was this very mission that led us to institutionalize and regularize our blood drive partnership with the National Blood Service in 2013. This annual blood drive is the enduring brainchild of our late founder and chairman, Mr. Bhagwan Ramchand Kupchandani. Over the years, Malcolm has built immense capacity in mobilizing blood donors. What started as a modest effort has grown into a massive national lifesaver. Malcolm Care has delivered approximately 12,000 units of blood to the health sector over the past decade. That represents an uncountable number of Ghanaian lives saved, families kept whole, and futures protected. This growth was made possible by expanding our reach. We have scaled up our national donation from just 13 collection centers in the beginning to 30 centers and 4 schools today. We extend our deepest gratitude to our staff, our voluntary donors, and the National Blood Service, especially Mrs. Sophia Blankson, who has been the main link between us, coordinating this relationship beautifully. We also encourage all and sundry to get involved in donating blood, because together we are giving the ultimate gift, which is the gift of life. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you so much. You know, when I was young, Malcolm used to do with kitchenware. Then gradually, clothing started coming in. Then now, the Malcolm shops have provisions and groceries and all that, gym equipment. Maybe you should think of introducing blood products. Last but not the least is the National Blood Donors Association of Ghana. Please let's give a big round of applause.
Good morning. The chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I stand on the existing protocol. As I reflected on how to deliver this solidarity message, I decided to focus on the word humanity. Of course, I chose the easy way. I Googled it. And Google said that, humanity has attributes like empathy, compassion, kindness, altruism. All in all, being acts of helping others selflessly without expecting something in return. And this is the 3rd time the same thing has been said this morning. These attributes fit the voluntary, non-remunerated blood donor like a glove. When a young student decides to donate blood for the first time, it's obvious that it's after a careful consideration. But once the individual decides to go ahead to donate, he becomes humane, a selfless, kind hero with the sole motivation of saving lives. When he or she repeats the donation and goes on to make it a lifetime decision, then every drop of that blood saves numerous lives. Lives that we've been told already this morning, I'll just add my voice, of pregnant women, sickle cell patients, cancer patients, the dialysis patients, and because the pediatrician is here, the young children. These regular voluntary donors should be deeply appreciated and protected as the raw material base of blood. Because, as has been already said, we all know we cannot substitute it and we cannot manufacture it. Together as stakeholders, we should continue the conscious effort to recruit and retain 1% of this population to provide the safe and ready stock of blood nationwide, and emphasis on nationwide. Special attention, I think, should also be given to the blood donors with the rare blood groups. It should be a documented strategy in place to recruit and to retain those people, ensuring that they become a reliable source of safe blood when emergencies arise. Together on a special day like today, the World Blood Donor Day, it's imperative on all of us, the media, corporate Ghana, the faith-based organizations, individuals, all of us have the duty to communicate the altruistic nature of giving drops of blood to save lives. The National Blood Donors Association is committed to this call and once again pledge our support and availability. We should continue to be involved in advocacy, but on a more intense level to assist the National Blood Service achieve its targets, as we've just been told, of more than 300,000 pints. So at this point, I'd like to thank the National Blood Service for the hard work. We see you. And so the rep of the minister, I was hoping the minister would be here. He's not here. The rep of the minister, Doc, I'm making an appeal to you. I think that we should consider giving 2 slots or more to retired voluntary donors who have donated at least 40 times. You know, when they retire, when you're having the senior citizens lunch and dinner, please give us 2 or 3 permanent slots so that we can rotate it and send people there. There are people who have done more than 40. Can we see you by hand? Those who've donated more than 40, I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. You know, these people are committed. And I think that once we do that, it will be a way of the nation recognizing them and also encouraging the young people, you know, that this is worthwhile. And finally, and this is one of the things my donors have always been talking about, we'd also want to be considered that for those people who have contributed more than 20 times, if by, some unfortunate events, they find themselves in a position of being a recipient, we are asking and requesting that they have a waiver of the processing fees. Really and truly, how often is this going to happen? Because most blood donors are very healthy. They hardly fall sick. That's God's way of saying thank you to them. So this is something that we would want you to consider. So in conclusion, today I'm being brief. The National Blood Donors remain solid partners. As we continue to donate drops of blood to save lives. So to anyone here who has donated, even just the first time donor, we say thank you. Thank you. You are all selfless heroes. You save many, 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 many lives. Give us a second chance, like they said, to connect with our families. It's a reality. So thank you. And I will end with my usual phrase. Thank you. Long live NABDAC. Long live the Blood Service. Long live all stakeholders. And long live Ghana. Merci.
And long live everybody in this room. I've just been alerted that the network has been fixed. So now all your calls will go through. MTN Ghana is here with us to share a brief solidarity message. MTN Ghana, please join us. Please let's give it up for MTN Ghana. Oh, the person with the loudest clap gets call credit for 1 year, free internet for 1 year. My eyes is going. My eyes are going round. Keep clapping. Keep clapping for all of us.
Thank you, MC. So good afternoon to you all. And happy World Blood Donor Day. And let me start by saying that at MTN, we don't only focus on what we do behind the desk. We also think of what we do for the communities. The National Blood Bank or Blood Service tells us today that our demand is rising with road accidents, maternal health needs, and conditions like sickle cell affecting 1 in 4 Ghanaians. Save blood is essential. But here is the challenge. Only about 35% of our blood supply comes from voluntary, unpaid donors, the safest source. The rest comes from family replacement, often at the last minute and in crisis. So this is where we all come in. Digital can also help, and maybe that's where MTN can also play a part, apart from the partnership we've established with the blood bank since some years back. We can look at how mobile tech can send reminders, map nearest donation centers, and share real-time needs. But having said this, it's also important to mention that technology cannot do it for us, cannot donate for us. People do, and so we need people to donate. Now, let's commit to say, let's move from awareness to action, because together our impact can be seen and it can also save lives. If we are all lean in, then I would want to say thank you for the opportunity. But let me also add that we have established a very good relationship with the National Blood Bank, and we continue to do more. Every year on 14th of February, MTN Ghana and the Blood Bank donate. Instead of giving chocolates, we give blood. And we do that across the 16 regions with our own staff and maybe the general public as well. Invitation is open to them. But we try to partner with some corporate institutions also. Last year, we did same with CalBank. And so it's something we will continue to do because we've seen the impact of how blood can save lives. And so MTN is fully on board, and we shall do this. But one other challenge I would want to throw is that, can we be innovative about the way we donate the blood? Can we use the technology available to see how smart we can do these things? I mean, we need to be reporting on impact more. When people see what we are doing with the donation, how many lives you saved with the blood, I'm sure more people would be willing, okay, to come forward to donate. And these are simple things we can do with the tech available. And so that's just my challenge. That's as we look forward to next year, 14th of February 2027, we would have some kind of innovation to how we have been doing this in the past, so that, I mean, we can have real-time impact, real-time need, where the problem is, where they need the blood, whatever. And then how many pints of blood, I don't know whether monthly or quarterly basis you do it. I mean, just let's disseminate some of this information and also be creating awareness in terms of the impact, or when you save the blood, I mean, what is even in there for you as the person donating? Because these are all things that can help us whip up the numbers we want so that we can save more lives. So on this note, I would want to congratulate you for all that you have done and continue to do. I know there are challenges, but if we sit down around the table and we talk with all the key stakeholders even gathered here, we would by all means make some headway. And so thank you very much for the opportunity and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. And indeed, when he was coming, my heart jumped. I thought MTN was yellow. But I'm reliably informed that as the leader in the telco industry, he's representing all the telcos. So he had the yellow projected with the MTN logo. But in solidarity, he wears blue for Airtel Tigo as well. And of course, you can't talk about blood without red. So Telecel is also featuring live there. Thank you very much, MTN. Let's give it up for MTN Ghana. We'll take a short musical interlude from our media team as we prepare to listen to a keynote address. Our media team is the Global Media Alliance, shortly called GMA. This was GMA, you have to modify it a little. It sends some shivers down the spine of some people. Global Media Alliance. And as the music is going on, if you feel like stretching out, dancing, if you feel like talking to the person sitting next to you because you do not know him or her, pick up a number or two. Let's network. Thank you very much, Global Media Alliance, for that patriotic and beautiful sounds there. To deliver the keynote address on behalf of the Minister of Health is a biomedical scientist and health policy professional with extensive experience in medical laboratory science, health systems management, and Allied Health Administration. His career spans clinical practice, medical education and research, and leadership within Ghana's health sector. He has served in senior technical and managerial roles, contributing to lab quality improvement, clinical governance, and the development of policies supporting the allied health services in this country. He has played a key role in national and regional health initiatives, serving in several and emphasis on several professional councils, boards, and committees. His leadership contributions include his tenure as president of the Ghana Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists and his involvement in the Africa CDC Regional Advisory Committee. His research interest areas cover chemical pathology, public health, laboratory science, and the intersection between lab medicine and mental health. His scholarly works have been published both locally and internationally. He is recognized for his commitment to professional excellence, mentorship, and capacity building within the medical lab profession. His approach combines strong technical expertise with evidence-based management and collaborative leadership to strengthen health systems in laboratory networks in Ghana and beyond. A former board member of the National Blood Service and currently the Director of Allied Health at the Ministry of Health. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me with a resounding applause. Invite to the podium Dr. Ignatius Abowini Iwunibuno. Oh, I think we can do better for our guest.
Thank you very much, Doc, for these kind words. I was asking CEO, where did he get these things from? You know, the attention is on the minister. He's the focus of all this. I'm just a messenger doing this on his behalf. So let's keep our mind on the minister. The Honorable Kobina Minta Akando, MP for Juaboso, and the Minister for Health. I'm sure you can attest to the fact that he's the busiest minister in the country now, and he's currently out of Greater Accra region, and has asked that I convey to you his heart and mind. So he's here with you. I'm sure you can see him. So keep your focus on here, and then I'm sure you would. The voice may be different, but keep this as its face. So I want to recognize the high table, the chairperson of the board, who has left, and especially our chairperson for the day, Professor Catherine Segwefia, other members of the National Blood Service Board here present, the CEO and her management team, our country rep for WHO, who gave us a very touching speech, our directors from sister agencies of the Ministry of Health, our development partners, our clergy, our religious leaders who are here with us, and most especially members of the diplomatic community. We especially cannot go without acknowledging our blood donors, especially our volunteers. Let's give them a round of applause. In fact, they are the reason why we are here. One, to celebrate them, and two, to use that vehicle as an opportunity to create awareness about the need for voluntary blood donation. As a population of about 30 to 34 million, the target is that at least 1% of us should donate freely. That should be around 340,000 if it's 34 million. Currently, we are setting ourselves that target, but as a country, we are doing about 200,000, which is less than 2/3 of what we are supposed to. And even out of that 200,000, the portion which is voluntary donation, that is the target of 100%, we are doing just about 36%, which means that we are doing close to 72,000 voluntary. That means a very big gap of over 200 and something thousand. And creating the awareness of this day to enable us have reliable people who can ensure that we have not just erratic donations, but reliable, constant donations that we can plan with. Something that is erratic cannot be planned with. But at least once we have it as constant and reliable donations, we can move forward. So I want you to contribute to the 1% that we need as a country. 340,000 of Ghanaians, we are not getting that to freely donate. And I think we need to think about it, reflect on this as a nation, and ensure that we do something about that. So I also acknowledge our media who are here present, and all of us who have invited in various ways. And I'll proceed to share with you the heart and the mind of the minister. It is an honor to join you today to commemorate the World Blood Donor Day 2026. I extend my warm greetings and deep appreciation to the board, the management, and staff of the National Blood Service. The World Health Organization sets aside June 14th each year to honor the people who donate blood voluntarily to save lives. Let me take this opportunity to thank all our blood donors in Ghana. I say I equal to you, and may God bless you for your sacrifice. Let me remind us that this is a very important day, and even as we celebrate our blood donors, we must commit in our hearts to take action and not just commit to words. Let me convey my special thanks to the students, the teachers, and lecturers in our senior high schools and universities for consistently organizing blood drives to save lives. I also appreciate the Ghana Education Service as well as our corporate and faith-based organizations for their long years of collaboration and support. You have helped the National Blood Service to provide safe and adequate blood to the Ghanaian people. We say thank you to all of you for that. This year's campaign slogan, "One drop of humanity, give blood, save lives." Can we say it together? One drop of humanity, give blood. One drop of humanity, give blood. One drop of humanity. This slogan speaks directly to our values as a people. It reminds us that blood goes beyond just the practice of medicine or health care. It breaks boundaries into all other sectors. It calls of us to be compassionate, to show solidarity, and to exercise our civic responsibility by making it very visible. Your drops of humanity become the lifeline for mothers who are facing childbirth complications, children battling severe anemia, accident victims in our emergency wards, and fellow citizens living with sickle cell disease, thalassemias, hemophilias, cancers, and even our clients on dialysis. When you give blood, you give life. I'm sure we all remember the book of Leviticus, that the life is what? In the blood. Those lives that are saved go on to build families, to uplift communities, and contribute directly to the economic growth of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, we must be honest about the work ahead of us. Ghana has collected approximately 200,000 units of blood in 2025. However, our national clinical needs exceeds 300,000. Furthermore, only 36% of our supply comes from voluntary and paid donors, far below the WHO target of 80%. So even the target, we are below. And if we want to compare to the excellent target of 100, it means that we have failed. And if you want to make this a percentage of even the 1%, you can imagine where we are, 0.1 something. And we cannot be happy about this. I think this is a call to action for us to rise up and do something about it. Take action now. Of course, this deficit in managing emergencies, pregnancy-related bleeding, and complex surgery has a real human cost, and we cannot overlook it. It means that our UHC targets are also affected. So before we can get our universal health care targets, you must need blood to make this possible. We keep declining in the rate of increase for maternal health care, and we need to be able to do, even though we're improving at a very slower rate in terms of maternal neonatal health, and we need to take action. All this boils down to blood. I'm sure if you ask why 3 times for each of these cases, you come down to blood. Blood is a huge contributor. If you go to our cancers, you will ask why some of the patients are dying. By the time you ask the third question, why, it will come to blood. If you go to emergency in terms of obstetrics and gynecology, it will come to blood. Accident situations, it will come to blood. So we need to rise up as a nation and do better. The government of His Excellency President Mahama is committed to building a strong health system anchored on the free primary health care initiative launched earlier in April this year. But we must also admit that free primary health care alone is meaningless if patients who need blood transfusions cannot access them on time and in a safe manner. To that end, the Ministry of Health will fully support the National Blood Service to equip and strengthen its operations across the country. With the backing of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, will provide the requisite equipment needed for screening blood units, for processing blood and blood products, and optimizing the storage at designated regional blood centers. I think we should clap for this. I think there's a saying that a man is imprisoned by his words. So the minister has put himself in the prison. He says, I'm going to do this. So I'm sure from here we should be able to send a letter reminding the minister that you said this, and we want to follow up. So CEO, don't let it delay at all, and add a speech and highlight that part so that action will start. Achieving 100% voluntary and paid blood donation in Ghana is critical. I appeal to all workers in both public and private sectors and the entire Ghanaian public between the ages of 17 and 60 years to step forward and donate. let us build a new generation of regular donors. We must encourage community blood donation drives, with towns and neighborhoods aiming to register at least 1% of their population as regular donors. I appeal directly to our traditional authorities, leaders of faith-based corporate organizations and civil society to champion these local initiatives. And I think we can use this as a basis of even a competition, where you can demonstrate as a society that at least 1% of your community has donated. I think it should be a basis for us to have kind of award or reward for them. Distinguished guests, Safe Blood is the cornerstone of preventive and emergency health. By working together, we can ensure that patients who depend on blood receive it swiftly and without hindrance. So today, I make a simple request. If you are healthy and within the eligible age bracket of 70 to 60 years, make the decision to donate. Speak to the person beside you about why blood matters. And together, we can build a culture of where giving blood is a normal, everyday phenomenon. And we are supposed to be what? Evangelists. For what? Blood donation. How many want to be recruited as pastors? With the CEO as the archbishop. So we form a new church for what? So let's evangelization of what? Blood donation. So let's take it very, very serious, because we cannot manufacture blood anywhere. It is from us. And we need your contribution. To our regular donors who we celebrate today, we see you and we appreciate you. To those who have not yet donated, we need you. To our partners, thank you for long-standing support. We urge you to remain steadfast in this vital humanitarian cause. And to those who have not yet decided, I hope we will decide. I hope we will decide from here and take action. I pray that God's Spirit will locate you and enable you to decide. And those that have decided and are not acting, you receive the power to move and begin to act. So let's take a very important. If today you can take a decision, I'm sure they can schedule you and you would be attended to. And I'm sure the National Blood Service can also take this as a very important step, as another innovation, where you can have a handle where people can schedule their donations. And just like we have scheduling in the hospital, you schedule and you know that you are expecting them as clients, working here, 24-hour economy, right? So they can give meaning to the 24-hour economy directive by the president. They can come here anytime. We expect you because you sent us a message on your handle that you be coming here at 8 p.m. To come and donate. And when you come, somebody is scheduled to, without any delay. So let's look at innovative ways, because people are busy and sometimes they cannot fit within our times. We have to fit within their times. In closing, let us return to the theme. The whole of humanity can be reflected in a single drop. Let Ghana's drop be one of unity, one of science, and a shared responsibility. Remember that little drops of water and little drops of blood make a very mighty ocean. On behalf of the Ministry of Health, I salute every donor and every health worker who makes blood transfusion possible. Let us continue to work together to build a modern, resilient healthcare system. One drop of humanity, give blood, save lives. Together for one health, stand with the science. I want to thank you for your attention, and I pray that God blesses our donors and bless our homeland Ghana. On this note, I want to declare the 2026 World Blood Donor Day activities in Ghana duly launched. Thank you very much.
Please let's give it better for our keynote speaker. Thank you very much, Reverend Dr. I think Reverend is not misplaced. Or Bishop Dr. Ignatius. Oh, Father, yes. Father, today is Sacred Heart Feast, right? Oh, okay. So in the Catholic Church, we have a feast day called the Sacred Heart of Jesus Feast Day, and we use it to remember the sacrifice that Christ did on the cross for us. He shed his blood for us, and it's no mistake that it coincides with today's. Another round of applause for the rep of the Minister of Health. Taking inspiration from the message from the minister's rep, he says we should set an award scheme. So we have an award scheme. Oh, tell neighbor, say neighbor. You are not looking at me, you are rather looking at me. I am not your neighbor. Look at neighbor, say neighbor. It's time for award. All throughout 2025, that's from June 2025 to May 2026. That's the period for which we are awarding. And we'll be giving these awards in 3 categories.
Sure.
And to help us with these, I'll be calling on the following dignitaries to assist us in that regard. The first category is what we call the special awards, and is in recognition for the commitment for supporting blood donation in Ghana. Your generosity helps save lives, and on behalf of all the patients, we say thank you, and thank you again. The first will be presented by the director for TVET Health and Safety Director. Please, if you are here, join me. Or any rep from TVET. Yes, sir. Please, let's give him a big round of applause. And this award would be going to Greenview Residency. Are you here? Greenview. Please, let's give it up for Greenview. Greenview Residency. Thank you very much, Greenview. The next will be presented by the president of NABDAC. And this would be going to Nestle Ghana. Nestle Ghana. So when you go and donate blood, Nestle would always be there with their products. Nestle Ghana. If the whole team is there, you can join us. They'll be there to serve you some nice warm beverages. Round of applause. And this award, special award, goes to Ghana Limited. Thank you so much, Twelium Limited. Do we have Zipline in the house? And to help you receive your award or to be presented, we call on Prof. a chairperson, Prof. Zobefia. Please help us do us this honest. Zipline, Fly Zipline Drone Services. Last year, when Zipline came, they assured us that they will be serving us with gobe via the drone. I don't know how far that has come. So go to Play Store, find the Zipline app, and order your gobe through Zipline services. Zipline, thank you very much. The second category of awards goes to our faith-based organizations. Faith-based organizations. And this is in recognition. Again, this is for the period of June 2025 to May 2026. And indeed, these organizations went beyond prayer, fasting, and advocacy, and went ahead to donate so many pints of blood to help save lives in Ghana. So in recognition of your gifts, we present, and if I may humbly call to the podium, Doc, please help us present the first award with a whooping 322 units of blood. 322 units of blood. Presby Church of Ghana. Does Presbyterians have a hymn? He says, everything I do, everything I say, may it please God. Adibi aramekano. Adibi ara. Yeah. Anka oh, help me. Se mi pisa. Se ebe. Yeah. Yesu fe. Amen. In second position. Oh. This one, we have to do something about it too, because this one is my church. May I invite to the podium Dr. Fiona Braka, the WHO representative, to help us present this award with 491 units. The Catholic Archdiocese of Accra. Beloved, let us love. Catholic hymn now. Yes, love. Oh, it's true. Abud Esemwara. Amen. Please, if you go to church and you don't know the hymn, just do dio 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 dio. In first position, oh, sorry, Doc. Please, we're supposed to do the second one, the other one as well. In first position, I have to bring a song from there. Oh. And never, you know, I've invited trouble for myself. With 1,855 units. 1,855 units of blood. the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission. And the song will have it as Bismillah, La ilaha Rahman, Bismillah, Bismillah. Oh, help me. La ilaha Rahim, Bismillah, Bismillah, La ilaha Rahim, Bismillah, Bismillah, La ilaha. Ami. God bless you. Let's give it up for them. 1,855 units. Walaikum salam. We move on to the third category, which is the corporate organizations and workplaces. Corporate organizations and workplaces. Dr. Braka, thank you so much for that gesture. I invite to the podium the CEO of the National Blood Service, Dr. Shirley Owusu Ofori. And for those giving you the fans, they want their promotion to go very fast. With sorry. Eesh, I nearly added e-levy. Forgive me. With 2,952 units of blood, Malcolm Group of Companies. Indeed, Malcolm, where Ghana shops. Very soon, Malcolm will be selling blood products. Yes, please. Please, you can take your seat. Thank you so much. The next would be presented by Lieutenant Colonel Basa Ejekum. Please, let's give him a resounding salutation. Hey, Mimpasamo. When I was a younger man, I wanted to join the Navy. But one afternoon from school, a trotro driver was misbehaving on the road. And the military man got out of his car. He didn't touch him. But the word of his mouth and the drilling he put the guy through, I said, I will not subject myself to that in training. And here I am as your MC. With 3,575 units of blood. They do not only give us the best in fuel, but they also donate blood. Goil Ghana Limited. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. All correct. And in first position, to help us do this, I will again call on our chairperson, Prof. Please join us on the podium. Thank you so much, Prof. With almost twice of the second position and thrice of the third position, 6,000. And let me mention it like the Electoral Commission, 6,960 units of blood. Indeed, everywhere you go, MTN Ghana. 6,960 units of blood Woo! Thank you very much, MTN. But the biggest award actually goes to all of us in this room, whether you have donated or not. Let's give ourselves a big round of applause. We are coming gradually to the climax of our program. Every year we celebrate, and as part of our culture, we prepare a special blood-filled cake. In fact, this cake contains all the hematinics and blood tonics you can think of. A piece of it will shoot your blood level by 3 units. I'm assured by the CEO. We also be popping the champagne. Let me have the champagne also on standby. It's a day of celebration. And let's have some cool music in the background. The place is becoming dollar and dollar. Let's have some very low music in the background. This celebration time. Let's have some low music in the background. To help us cut our cake in no particular order, we call our chairperson, the rep from the Ministry of Health, Doc, our CEO of the National Blood Service, Lieutenant Colonel Ichakum, the board member, and Dr. Braka to join us to cut our cake. And our awardees, if you received an award this morning, please let's join them to cut our blood-filled hematological cake. Our awardees, please come with your awards. Please position yourself strategically behind them or beside them. So I'll hand over to our chairperson to say something before we cut our cake.
Okay, so we are going to acknowledge all our donors, all the corporations, faith-based organizations, individuals who have contributed to ensuring that their drops have saved lives. And so I'll ask the CEO and the representative of the minister to place their hands on the knife, and then ably assisted by Dr. Braka, the board of the National Blood Service, and please join them. And then our corporate awardees, if you could just stretch your hand as well and join them.
So we cut this cake.
As we cut this cake, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Let's give a big round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. Please can we take our seats? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause. To help us pop our champagne, we have Mr. David. I hope I get the name right. Mr. David Ahiajo. Ahiajo. Thank you. A rep from the MBS management. The president of NABDAC, please help us pop one of our champagnes. We need to propose this toast. We do it every year, and this year we are going to do it. A rep from TVET. Let's have a rep from TVET. A rep from GES. Do you have the best donor for NAFDAC here? The best donor? Best youth donor. Best youth donor. And Miss Cynthia Ampedu, or Mrs. Cynthia Ampedu, please, if you are here, join us. Does everybody get? Yeah, short. Yeah, short. Are we okay? Okay, so let's face the audience. Please don't shake it. The place is a bit slippery, so we don't want any casualties this morning. The rule is simple. Please point to the sky, otherwise somebody's eye will suffer. The first to pop, you buy us a curtain. The last to pop will also buy us a curtain, so make sure you're in between. How you are going to do that is your own. Let's go. Let's pop. Let's pop. Let's pop. Let's pop. Who is the first to go? I think the cups have gone round already. Everybody has cups. All right, let's go. Whoa. So let's give a big round of applause. Let's give a big round of applause. Hey, if you don't applaud, you won't get some. Yeah. At this juncture, who will be the last? What a man can do. Yes, I told you. Yay! So you see why they don't celebrate Father's Day? We are the last in everything. Should we call the National Fire Service? Help a needy brother. Thank you. Please, let's go around and serve. They always forget the MC. Me too, I'm somebody's son. You can give me the whole bottle, I don't mind. Thank you. Just a little. Hope it's not alcoholic. I think so.
A taste of Ghana.
All right. So I'm reliably informed there's 0% alcohol, so don't worry. You will not be under any external influence if you drink this. Shall we please kindly be upstanding as we propose a toast to our blood donors across the world, but most importantly in Ghana? Lift up your cups. To our blood donors across the globe and in Ghana, for life, for health, for more of drop your drop. Cheers. Let's clink our glasses. Is the NBS choir ready? NBS choir, are you ready? Can we kindly take our seats? Very soon we'll bring our program to an end. This moment. our MBS choir will help us with some melodious tunes as we wrap up this morning's session. But I would encourage you that if there's somebody sitting next to you that you do not know, use these very few minutes left to establish a link. Get a number. Mikra, sorry, not to join. Ejunya miye, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's give it up for the MBS choir. I can imagine, and I learned one of the seniors in the choir is a very, 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 very astute phlebotomist. So you can imagine such a sweet voice coming to pick blood from you. She will come with her needle. Asem Papa Biamati. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And after she fixes it, oh yeah, media wall. Oh yeah, my cherry. A big round of applause for our NBS choir. Oh, is that all we can do? Ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually coming to the end of our program. We started with committing the program to one of our own, but a senior in that field, who has steered our affairs excellently. She gave some very, very, very inspiring opening remarks, and I think it is in order we invite her again to give her closing remarks. With a big round of applause, please welcome to the podium Professor Segbefia. Please let's welcome Prof to give her closing remarks.
So thank you very much, MC. I can see that you're campaigning hard to be on the NBS choir. So I hope that they accept your application. But thank you for steering the affairs of today so wonderfully. I feel like I should ask you to permanently station yourself in my department. The children will love you. I'd like to share with you my 3 takeaways from today's event. The first one is that we should never underestimate the power of one. One drop, one donor, one donation, one act of kindness. A single blood donation can save multiple lives. And when that act is repeated regularly, it becomes an extraordinary force that strengthens families, communities, and entire health systems. My second takeaway is that solutions often emerge from challenges. When we encounter problems, we must resist the temptation to become discouraged. Instead, we must see them as opportunities to innovate, to collaborate, and to improve. Today, we heard how a challenge in securing adequate blood supplies in the obstetrics and gynecology department led to a partnership with the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission, a partnership that has now contributed thousands of units of blood each year and saved countless lives. And so progress often begins when we act rather than accept the status quo. My third and final reflection is that our humanity is our greatest strength. In a world that is becoming increasingly digital and automated and driven by technology, we must never lose the qualities that make us human. Compassion, empathy, generosity, and selflessness. And these are values that we must nurture and pass on to the next generation. Because if we lose our humanity, even if we become more digitally connected, we end up not caring as much. Today reminds us that humanity is not from what we own, but from what we can give. And so may we all continue to give of ourselves so that others may live. Thank you again for the opportunity to be part of today, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Prof. Please, let's do it better for her. Prof, I humbly accept to join your department. As a satirist, yeah, that would be a hobby. Those who do it for a living, they are the comedians. I'm a satirist, a proud fanty for that matter. I'm actually a disappointed pediatrician. At some point in time, Dr. Rettig nearly pulled me into pediatrics. I'm a family physician, so I think I've delved a bit into pediatrics as well. Thank you so much. And for the choir, after here, see me. Who knows? I can give you free music lessons. For your information, I'm also an organist for that matter. Oh, I thought you were going to clap to that. Thank you so much, Prof. Humanity is the key word. If all that we are doing is not backed by compassion, AI cannot teach us compassion. Hello? Please let this sink in. Yes, a lot of digital innovations are coming up, technology. We should embrace it. But what makes the difference? Humanity. When we lose that, we cease to be human. That's my take home from your message, Prof. And thank you so much. To give the vote of thanks, Dr. Ajwa Tufo. Ajwa, where is she? Come. Let's give Ajwa a big round of applause.
Good afternoon. The chairperson, Professor Catherine Segbefia, Minister of Health, Honorable Kwabena Mintah Akando, his representative, Dr. Ignatius Awinipuno, Director of Allied Health, Board Chair of National Blood Service, Dr. Emmanuel Ankra, our CEO, Dr. Shirley Obusu Ofori, WHO representative, Dr. Fiona Braka, Management of National Blood Service, distinguished guests, blood donors, our friends from the media, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of National Blood Service, it's my greatest honor and privilege to deliver this vote of thanks as we bring this memorable occasion to a close. Today's event has been a fitting tribute to the selfless individuals who continue to contribute generously to the life of countless patients every day. Under the theme, One Drop of Humanity, Give Blood, Save Lives, we are reminded of the critical role voluntary blood donation plays in strengthening our healthcare system and saving lives. I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our chairperson, Professor Catherine Segbefia, for your leadership throughout this program and honoring us with your presence. We are deeply grateful for all our invited guests for honoring us with your presence and your continued support for blood transfusion services in Ghana. Our sincere appreciation also goes to Dr. Shirley Obusu Ofori, our able CEO of National Blood Service, for her warm welcome and steadfast leadership. To our solidarity message partners, Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission, MTN Ghana Limited, Malcolm Ghana Limited, National Blood Donors Association of Ghana, we say thank you for standing with us in this important cause. We thank everyone, the MC, members of the media, staff, and everyone who has ensured the success of today's event. Most importantly, we extend our deepest appreciation to all voluntary blood donors, the true heroes we celebrate today. Your commitment and generosity continue to save lives and inspire hope across our nation. As we leave here today, may we all become ambassadors for voluntary blood donation and encourage others to join this life-saving cause. Thank you all once again for honoring us with your presence. God bless you. God bless the National Blood Service. God bless Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much for your kind words. Before we take our closing prayer, some quick announcements. Please don't be in a hurry to leave when we close. Like we said, drop your drop All right, we'll put up the QR code, scan it. You can take a picture of it and share it on your WhatsApp status, your Facebook pages. Yeah, it's there. Please scan this QR code right away. It's also on the walls. It's been posted on every door. Please take a picture of it, share it with a friend, let them scan the code. And just follow the prompts accordingly. We want to raise the campaign of blood donation. Drop your drop. Tell neighbor, say neighbor, drop your drop. It's very catchy. Hashtag DYD. Drop your drop. So scan it, follow the prompts. You'll be required to insert your first name. You don't need your full name, just your first name. So if you're Michael, you put in Michael and which country you are from. Okay, and then you share it either on your Facebook, Instagram, all the social media handles. Even if you are not going to donate, you fake it, okay, so that you might be inspired. You might be inspired. I remember going to Sunday school those days, and there's this boy, Abeku. Abeku was so naughty. So one day, the Sunday school teacher said, Abeku, you've done your thing again. I said, Auntie, I don't know how to be a good boy. He said, oh, don't worry. You just fake it. Fake being a good boy. And with time, it becomes your character. So just, let's share this. Well, it's very, very key. Last year, around this time, I was privileged to moderate this session. And around 5 p.m., I think the next day, I had a call from the CEO that on Twitter, now X, we were trending, was it 4th or 5th position? 5th. Globally, not just Ghana. Twitter, we're twittering. So please help us make that presence. Help us make that presence. Again, let's seize this opportunity to network and fraternize. Like I said, if you don't know me, you can come and meet me. You can come and take my number. Okay? It doesn't cost anything, free of charge. So meet somebody because you might never know. Goyle, is Goyle here? Oh, Goyle, I need to meet you. Because my fuel gauge, I don't like. Goyle, so please go. Make sure you meet me before you go. After the closing prayer, again, we'll take some photographs. Yeah. Please, after the closing prayer, let's not be in a hurry to leave. We'll take some photographs before we disperse. Or we should do the pictures before the closing prayer. Honorable members, what do you think? After closing prayer. All in favor of after closing prayer, say aye. The ayes have it. So we'll continue with that. And to help us do that, we call on Mr. Abdul Shakur Kobna Abaka of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission to give us our closing prayer.
Believers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Means may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon us all. As we draw this program to a successful conclusion, I urge all to remember this program, ensure that this message reaches every single corner of our abode. And when we say our house, it doesn't mean your room. It means transcends to even your church, your friends, everywhere. Let this message go. Drop your drop. Shall we pray? And humbly, I seek all of us to remember all of us in prayer. Oh, we can sit. We don't need to stand respectfully. Okay. Yes, please. We'll we'll pray silently for a while where we commit ourselves to the Almighty Allah. We show gratitude and we show thanks to Him for helping us to organize this successful program. And then we commit each and every one of us into prayer that whatever action, whatever service that we should render should be to the benefit of all mankind. Shall we pray? ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم آمين.
Thank you very much. Can we kindly take our seats? Please, let's take our seats for a brief moment. So we'll be taking our pictures. First will be our dignitaries on the high table. Is it joined? Okay, let's have our dignitaries join us on the podium. So let's have 4 chairs. Let's have 4 chairs.